Investing is not hard. You don't have to be a genius to learn how to invest. You just need to have patience and some big balls. It's 2023 and you finally decide,
it's time to learn how to invest in stocks.
The stock market. Ugh.
Guys, I really recommend reading The Intelligent Investor, okay? Or at least read a summary of it or watch a YouTube video of it, because this is a really great book, especially if you're just starting off as an investor. What is a stock? A stock is a piece of a company. So when they say Warren Buffett owns 10% of Apple, what they mean is Buffett owns 10% of Apple stock. Okay, so that means he has 10% of ownership over Apple. When you buy a stock, you become a share owner, because you're investing in a company by buying the stock, buying a piece of the company. That's why they call it investing. But the first step in stock investing is to find a broker. I recommend Wealthsimple Trade because it has $0 commission and it's practically free. Once you open an account, there's 3 types of accounts. You're gonna have your TFSA, okay, your tax-free savings account. You're gonna have your RRSP, that's your registered retirement savings plan, and then you have your personal account. Now, personally, what I would do is I would max out my TFSA, and then from there you'd go on depending if you want to max out your RRSP or your personal. My rule of thumb is I buy all my dividend stocks in my TFSA. That way all my dividend income is tax free. And in my personal account, I buy growth stocks, okay, like Google, Apple, whatever, right? And the thing about your personal account is you do get capital gains tax, so make sure you watch out for that. Now, step 3 is easy, but it's hard to do. If you guys are enjoying the video so far, make sure you hit that subscribe button and leave a like, guys. It really helps the channel. Step 3 is it's time to buy. I always get asked, what do I buy? Mr. Canadian Stocks, what stock do I buy? What do you use every day? Do you use your phone every day? What phone is it? Is it an Apple phone, Android phone? Do you drink coffee every day? Do you drink Starbucks, Tim Hortons? What do you use for your shampoo, your soap? So these are all the companies that you can buy. You can buy Procter & Gamble, Apple. What car do you drive? Tesla. The best way to invest is to invest in things you already use, in companies that you already rely upon. That is a general rule of thumb. Now, what you can also do is I'm going to include a picture that I posted on my Instagram about the beginner portfolio, okay? It consists of 60% in index funds like ETFs, 30% in dividend stocks, blue chip stocks, and 10% in growth stocks like the tech sector like Apple, Google. And this is a really easy step to follow, and we're going to break it down and we're going to go through this step by step, okay guys? Now, the first one is ETFs, generally index funds. 60% of your money in ETFs, and this is a no-brainer investment. If you want to learn more about ETFs, check out my video. I made an old video on ETFs. I won't really go into too much detail about ETFs, but they're generally index funds, okay? You have your SPY, VOO, VFV, VDY. These track the index like the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. So it's really easy. You just buy these ETFs and they follow the benchmark. With S&P or the market does 10% or 20%, your index fund most likely would do about 15 to 20%. So it does follow the index fund, and it's a very simple way of investing. You just buy it every week or every day, and you just leave your money in there and it follows the market. So even if Apple crashes and the market doesn't really make a move, then you generally benefit from this, because you're not putting your risk into one stock. You're generally putting your risk in the top 500 companies. Like I mentioned, for ETFs, I recommend the most simple ETFs, which is VFV, VSP, VDY. These are very simple index funds that follow the Canadian TSX, the S&P, and the NASDAQ. Just make sure you guys do your research to know where you're putting your money into. Now, the next step is 30% into dividend stocks, blue chip dividend stocks, such as Enbridge, TD, Scotiabank, Suncor. There's a whole bunch of blue chip stocks that you can go into, maybe Coca-Cola. And these are dividend payers, so that means they pay a dividend. What is a dividend? A dividend, think of it, is like profit sharing. So every time a company, like let's say Enbridge, makes money, what they do is they tend to share that profit with its shareholders. And if you're a shareholder, then you get a dividend. It's either monthly, quarterly, yearly. It all depends on the company. Most companies don't pay dividends. Majority of the companies that pay dividends are well-established blue chip companies. The next step is growth stocks, okay? I would put 10% of your money into growth stocks. Growth stocks are like Apple, Google, they're high flyers, okay? They're tech stocks, they're innovative. Their revenue tends to grow year over year at very high paces, and they tend to take a lot of risk, and they are very risky stocks. But the payout could be worth it, especially if you bought Apple or Amazon at the dot-com bubble. Amazon went from almost $2 to $2,000. So there's risk, but there's also great reward. That's why I say you should always keep some kind of growth stocks, especially if you're young. You should try to have more growth stocks. Majority of tech stocks, they don't really pay a dividend. Majority of the profits they have, these tech stocks, they use it towards their growth, or they buy back their shares, and that's their form of dividends. If I had $1,000, I'd put $600 into VFV, the index fund, $300 toward dividend stocks like Enbridge, and then I'd put $100 into a growth stock like Google. And guys, it's that simple. And as you put more capital, buy more stocks. If you had like $10,000, I'd probably choose between 5 to 10 stocks max. This is the easiest way to get into the market, and this portfolio is probably the easiest way for you to have a feel of the market, to get more comfortable, because investing can be, it's not necessarily hard, but it's scary. You know what I mean? Sometimes you don't want to put your hard-earned money into stocks and you don't know what you're doing sometimes, right? But I think this is a great way for you to just test the waters and get comfortable with it. And as soon as you feel more comfortable, maybe you want to go towards more dividend stocks. Maybe you want to go towards more growth stocks. Honestly, investing is a journey, and you're not going to get great with it in like a couple months or a year. It takes time. And the best way to get into the market is to just do it, okay? That's why I said you need patience and you need balls. Sometimes it's best to just do it. Don't just read and look and read and look. No, you need to get into it, and maybe even start off by buying one stock. Maybe start off by buying like $10 or $100. It doesn't matter, guys. Everyone has their own investing journey. I wish you guys the best of luck, and make sure you guys comment, subscribe, and like, and let me know if you guys liked the video. Take care, guys.